Hey everybody, this is Kat. Today I'd like to go over the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. This is a parable that Jesus spoke. Also, he spoke this parable to some who trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. Two men went up to the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank you I am not like other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this tax collector. I fast twice a week, I give tithes of all that I possess. And the tax collector, standing from afar off, would not so much as raise his eyes to heaven, but beat his breast, saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everybody who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. The reason I am choosing to go over this particular place in Scripture is because I heard from Chanel that an elder told her that it was perfectly alright for Jane to lie about her because Chanel's sin was worse than Jane's or his. This is a perfect example of being a Pharisee. When you view yourself as righteous and look down on others for being less righteous than you and try to use that to justify any sin you might commit, because yours is so much less bad than the other person's. You're not exalting or glorifying the Most High at that point. God does not stand behind it. But those who humble themselves and look at their own sin first, and are willing to take the log out of their own eye before going after the log in everybody else's, those are the ones that God is going to hold up righteously and exalt. I keep hearing the words humble yourself from people who do not humble themselves. They're perfectly fine with their own sins. And because they feel that they're less bad than the sins of other people. But in the eyes of God, all sin is equal. And those who view themselves as righteous are not. And those who humble themselves are the ones God exalts in the end. That is all I have to say for this video. I'll see everybody next time.